Quartz means containing silica. It is basically silica containing material. Now silica fume is about 90% silicon dioxide, that is SiO2. Now this SiO2, very fine SiO2 or silicon oxide, it is spherical in shape. It is extremely fine, having average diameter about 0.1 micron. Just see the difference between normal cement particle, which is having size more than this, that is about 100 times smaller than average cement particles or OPC cement particles. Silica fume has specific surface area of about 20,000 meter square per kg. Can you recall the fineness of OPC or 43 grade, 53 grade low heat cement? So it is very less, 225 meter square per kg, 300 meter square per kg. And just see here, silica fume has fineness of 20,000 meter square per kg. So very fine as compared to normal cement. And thus it is used to produce very high strength concrete and high performance concrete, even up to strength of 130 Newton per mm square. Just compare it with M20, M30 and M40 concrete, which we have designed and which we are commonly used. Now why this happens? Because this is more reactive than other pozzolanic admixtures like fly ash. It is very fastly reacting because of high content of silica. It is formed between silica fume and calcium hydroxide in dense condition. Now one more admixtures or mineral admixtures which is again used in concrete industry, that is metakaolin. It is again naturally formed or naturally occurring admixture. Now it is just like pozzolans like kaolinitic clay, these are called metakaolin, and they are not highly reactive because it is just in form of clay. So obviously you cannot expect that reactivity as in case of fly ash or silica fume. But one can manufacture reactive metakaolin or highly reactive metakaolin by water processing to remove unreactive impurities to make 100% reactive pozzolan called HRM, that is high reactive metakaolin. So just normal metakaolin is, you can say, just form of impure clay, but after removing the impurities it will give rise to high reactive metakaolin, that is HRM. It has a white or creamy color and it is showing very high pozzolanic gravity and reduction in calcium hydroxide. This metakaolin or HRM particularly, it offers increase in density and strength concrete, and it checks or it reduces the permeability of concrete. Now in India mostly HRM is being manufactured under the trade name of Metasem, which you will get in market easily. And last type here we are going to talk about, that is ground granulated blast furnace slag or GGBFS. GGBFS is most commonly used abbreviation. Now again, you know, blast furnace slag. Now these blast furnaces, they are used in steel industries particularly. So you can say slag, blast furnace slag is industrial byproduct, but again it has good cementitious properties. Just see this microsilica or fly ash or metakaolin, these admixtures or these pozzolans, they does not have any cementitious property. They are reactive due to their high silica content, but reactivity is different and cementitious properties, these are different. So it is more like cement it is giving. So generally fly ash cement and slag cement. In market there are two cements available. So fly ash cement and slag cement. Slag cement is generally called blended cement in market. Okay. So this byproduct blast furnace slag, it is ground finer, that's why it is called ground slag, grinding ground. It consists of silicates and aluminates, and the chemical composition of blast furnace slag is just similar to that of the cement clinker, that is OPC cement clinker we have studied earlier. So C3S, C2S and all these contents will be here, of course in less percentage, but it is showing cementitious properties. So that's why it permits high replacement of cement clinkers, and it offers many advantages over conventional cement concrete. The replacement of OPC or normal cement with JGBFS reduces the water content necessary to obtain the required slump. GGFS also reduces heat of hydration. So this is one more property, particularly when used where more cement or very high quantity of cement will be used in concrete making, where heat of hydration will be much more, and it is going to cause some cracking and other. So in order to reduce that problem, that ordinary cement or OPC will be replaced by slag cement. Again, it reduces permeability of concrete by filling the pores because it is very fine, and obviously due to as it is observing the chemicals reactivity and cementitious property, it also offers increased resistance to chemical attack. So this was all about the uh, admixtures. So in short, quick revision, we have seen in part 1 chemical admixtures, and in part 2 mineral admixtures. In part 1 also we have discussed what are admixtures, what is the purpose of using admixtures in concrete, what is the necessity, what are the advantages, and various types of chemical admixtures like plasticizers, super plasticizer, retarders, accelerators and air entering agents. In second part we have discussed about pozzolanic or mineral admixtures. In that particularly we have seen what is pozzolanic reaction, difference between hydration reaction and pozzolanic reaction, how that consumption of calcium hydroxide is obtained by using that pozzolanic material called pozzolan, and additional calcium silicate hydrate CSH gel is formed, which is obviously advantageous. And then we have seen various types of mineral admixtures like fly ash, silica fume or microsilica, then metakaolin and ground granulated blast furnace slag, that is GGBFS. So that's all about the topic admixtures.